I was kicked out of the Mormon Temple Square right there in Salt Lake City, Utah. You know why? Because as I was walking to the visitor center, I asked the lady there, this passage in 1 Corinthians 15, verse 28, it says, else what shall they do which are baptized for the dead, if the dead rise not at all? Why are they then baptized for the dead? I asked the young girl, I said, I know you all believe that we're supposed to baptize for the dead. And she said, yes, because it's right there in the passage. I said, but it doesn't say we are baptizing for the dead. The apostle says, what shall they do who are baptized for the dead? If the dead rise not, why are they being baptized? He didn't say we, he says they, referring to some Jewish cult that was baptizing for the dead. And when I pointed out the pronoun, she was shocked because she always read it as if it was saying we're supposed to baptize for the dead. But what the Apostle Paul was doing is he was giving a story about a group of Jewish believers, not believers in Christ, but Jewish believers in the law, and how they were practicing baptism for the dead. But Paul didn't say we're doing it. He says they're doing it. Whenever you say they, you never refer to your group, do you? Right? If you're a Baptist, you never say those Baptists or they are doing that. No, you say we, right? And so why would the Apostle Paul say they and not we? The next verse, he then changes pronouns, and why we stand in jeopardy every hour. So he's showing you the difference between they and we. When I showed it to her, she was shocked. Then an elder came up to me. He was very angry. I began to explain to him what I just showed him. And he too could not answer. He looked at it and finally he says, it doesn't matter. I said, yes, it does. Pronouns matter because you're claiming that you are practicing the true gospel because of this passage in 1 Corinthians. But the passage is not about the Christians participating in it, but some other group were doing it. Finally, he got so angry, he didn't know how to answer it. So you know what he says? You'll have to leave the temple grounds. Well, my wife and I did. Well, friend, if you're a Mormon, I'm asking you to leave the Mormon church. The Mormon church has got not only baptism wrong, they got salvation wrong. They got the nature of who God is wrong. God is one God revealed in three eternal persons. They have understood the sacraments wrong. They have basically messed up everything in the gospel. And if you're a Mormon, I know it might be difficult because you have family and friends, but you need to love Jesus up more, that you're willing to follow him and not a false religion. If you're a Mormon, get out of the Mormon church.